Hello, so welcome to another video where I'm trying to show you some of the new powers that will be available in the DLC for Hero or Villain Genesis. And today I'm going to focus on the light powers. These, I'm not sure how popular these are, but anyway, I've added a few new powers in this DLC, and I'm hoping that you will enjoy it. So let me go through the different types of powers. In movement powers, this power only has flying available to it. It's a bit poor in that sense. In attribute enhancing powers, not much has been added, so that stayed pretty much as it was. Defensive powers, again, nothing very new here. But this power does have a few abilities already available to it. So now, offensive powers is where this power set has received quite a few additions. The first one is a sort of vampiric touch, so you can absorb the inner light of your enemies, and this will heal you. Now, note that for you to be able to do this, you have to touch them. So you would have to have some points in fighting. You'll have to have some fighting ability, or otherwise they will dodge you and you'll be able to do nothing. It will only work though if you've suffered some damage. So it's a healing power if you want for you, while it damages your opponents. So it's kind of a bit circumstantial. Like in some circumstances you might want to use it, while in other circumstances it might be a bit useless to you. And there is also, so that is yes, and how much power, how much energy you'll be able to absorb from them depends on their endurance. So enemies with high endurance will be more difficult to attack, in a sense, more difficult to gather energy from. So this is also something else to consider. I think Fireball, Fire Blast, Lightning Storms, or maybe no, I think maybe Lightning Storm is a new power that is available to this power set. So you can lower the temperature of your surrounding and create shards around you. You can then project these. However, the problem with this is that this is going to be slow, so your opponents might be able to dodge it. Maybe not very good to use with somebody who's got high agility, for example. And again, an opponent that has high agility will probably be able to dodge it, or to a large extent. And you need to absorb energy during the fight before you can use this. So you won't be able to use this on round one. So it is, again, another power that can be quite effective in some situations, but maybe not in other situations. The next few, I think, were already there before. Fireball, Fire Blast, and Generate a Bolt of Pure Light. And you were also before possible to generate the powerful Flash the Blind. That was all there before, nothing new here. Two new powers are Create a Whip made of light and or a Spear made of light. And these are based on strength. The amount of damage you will do based on strength, and essentially you are creating these from thin air if you want. So I think that is about the new powers that are in DLC for the offensive powers. For the miscellaneous powers, you can read wave patterns and the photons around you, and this can sometimes warn you of danger. Now, this can provide hints or warnings of what might be happening, and sometimes you will be told maybe it might be a good idea to do this or that. Sometimes not. It really does depend on the situation. That is miscellaneous powers. In other abilities, nothing much has changed here. These are all quite stayed the same even in DLC. I don't think any of the new none of the power sets have received change. I haven't made any changes to any of these in the DLC for any of the power sets. That essentially just stayed as they were. So yeah, that's it. I mean, since I'm doing this, I would like to draw your attention to this one of my new projects, which is this tabletop board game, throwing meatballs. Kind of like a very light-hearted game, a bit of a filler in between more serious board games that you might be playing. It's called Fantasy Tavern Brawl. I'm hoping to release it into Kickstarter sometime towards the end of this year, maybe during the Tokyo Game Market, and I think the Tokyo Game Market should be in November or something, which I really enjoy going to. Even if you are there, please let me know. I'd be happy to actually meet people. Sometimes I'm actually even helping with the Kickstarter group or whatnot. So yeah, I'm planning to release this on Kickstarter, and if you like my projects, please consider subscribing to this, and then you'll be notified when it releases. And thank you so much for listening.